Rapper Rich Homie Quan found dead in his home. At 34, leaves family desperate for answers.
Platinum-selling Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan has passed away at 34, leaving his family and fans devastated. Known for hits like Type of Way and Flex, Quan rose to fame in the 2010s and was a key part of the Rich Gang collaboration with Young Thug. Despite a troubled past and time in jail, Rich Homie Quan found his passion for music and turned his life around. Rich Homie Quan passes away at 34. Sources close to the situation confirmed the news of Quan's death to TMZ. The rapper was discovered at his home in Atlanta on Thursday, according to his family and representatives from the Fulton County morgue. His sudden death has left his loved ones devastated, and they are searching for answers as the exact cause remains unclear. Before his tragic passing, Quan was scheduled to perform in his hometown in a few weeks at Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out, sharing the stage with artists like Waka Flocka and Nardo Wick. Rumors surrounding Quan's death, speculated to be caused by a drug overdose, have been circulating, though the details are unconfirmed. He was also set to testify in the trial of former collaborator Young Thug, whose legal troubles involve accusations of gang-related activities. Heartfelt tributes pour in for Rich Homie Quan. Fellow artist Playboi Carti led the wave of tributes, sharing clips of the late rapper on his Instagram story. BT also honored the late Rich Homie Quan, posting, "Rich Homie Quan has passed away at 34, as confirmed by his family. Quan provided us with so many hits during the 2010s. You knew you were in for something special as soon as you heard his voice on the hook. Our hearts go out to his family and friends. Rest in power, Quan." Fans wrote tributes on social media, praising Quan's talent and discography. One wrote, "Rich Homie Quan made my childhood years, I can't believe this." Another added, "Man, this hits hard. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan, gone way too soon. ATL ain't gonna be the same without you, legend." A third fan commented, "Damn, Quan made some of the most appealing music of his contemporaries to me. This is very sad." A fourth person's tribute reflected on the late rapper's cultural impact. "If you are from the South or went to school in the South, you know how much Rich Homie Quan shaped many of our college experiences in some shape, form, or fashion. You couldn't hit a kickback or function without hearing him come through the speakers." RIP. Rich Homie Quan's rise to stardom. Born DeQuance Lamar, Rich Homie Quan made his mark on the music scene in 2013 with his breakout hit Type of Way, which peaked at number 50 on the Billboard Hot 100. He followed up with fan-favorite tracks like Flex, and Ride Out, solidifying his place in the rap world. Quan later teamed up with Young Thug for the Cash Money Records project, Rich Gang. At the time, the New York Times highlighted him as part of Atlanta's rising generation of hip-hop talent. His most recent track, Achi, featured a collaboration with rapper 2 Chainz. In a recent interview, Quan criticized the current state of hip-hop, calling out its violent themes and formulaic approach to songwriting. Rich Homie Quan's journey to finding his passion for music. Quan had a challenging path to fame. He initially aspired to be a baseball player, but his life took a sharp turn when he dropped out of college and turned to crime after losing his job. In 2011, at age 21, he was sentenced to 15 months in jail, where he first discovered his passion for creativity. In a 2014 interview with XXL, Quan reflected on his time in prison. "When I got locked up, I started to think about everything I was good at. When I was a kid, I loved to read. Literature was my favorite subject. I loved creative writing classes. So when I got locked up, I read my first book in jail. I have been reading for years, but I read my first book in jail with understanding." He continued, "When I learned how to really read a book, it took my mind to another place. So after that, then I started writing poems, and after that my poems didn't sound like poems, they sounded like rhymes. I was like, let me see if I can put it on a beat." The rapper started to take music more seriously after his release from jail. When he was released, Quan shared that he initially struggled to be taken seriously in the music scene. "No one took me seriously. By the time I dropped my first mixtape, I knew I wasn't ready. I wanted to let the streets be my observation, the rapper said, per Metro. I would read every comment I saw. Then I said, I got to drop another mixtape. I got to differentiate myself from everybody. He added, never saw myself going this far with music. Music was just a hobby at first. I never saw myself being on stage and rocking out shows. After I got out of jail, I started to take it more seriously, and that's when my dream came true. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan.